Hello students, good morning all of you. Today I am taking the class of Shastri II. Today we learn about Ernest Hemingway as a novelist. It is a very important critical question for the point of view of coming examination. I feel this is very vital question. Let's start. Hemingway was one of the greatest novelists and short story writer of modern America, who was born in Illinois and started his career as a Kansas City reporter. Later, he joined a voluntary ambulance unit in France, where he was seriously wounded on the Italian front. Thereafter, he returned to the US in 1919 and joined the Star at Toronto. He became an expatriate as its foreign correspondent in Paris in 1921. He was greatly influenced by Ezra Pound and Gertrude Stein. His early stories had already exhibited his technique, for which he became famous in subsequent years. In almost all his works, he expressed the feeling of a war-wounded world, disillusioned by the loss of faith and hope. During the last year of his life, he published nothing, since he had been seriously ill for quite some time. He committed a suicide by gunshot. His novels and stories portray the real events honestly, in which toughness and courage are the rule rather than the exception. Among his works, which appeared posthumously, there are a number of poems also. He also wrote books on bullfighting and hunting. The book prescribed for our syllabus, The Old Man and the She and the novel, is very good novel written by Ernest Hemingway. This novel won him the Nobel Prize in 1954. In this novel, Hemingway advocates about reason, intelligence, human happiness, peace, and liberty, which helps mankind. Here, the writer champions humanitarian ideals and freedom of thought, in which ideas have helped mankind in numbers. The biological advantage of intelligence would be handed over generation to generation. The men have put their technical skill to increase the total population. According to writer, firstly, acquired skill plays a continually increasing part in human life, and secondly, that assuming more and more dominant impulse. Our intelligence has certainly enabled us to get a much greater variety of enjoyment than animal. Only the intelligent qualities account for the glory of man. The ideas that have helped mankind are those that contribute to knowledge and technique, and those that are concerned with moral and politics. we can say that human beings are one of the most developed and advanced creatures of this world. This, novel teaches us that knowledge is power, supreme power. In this novel, an old man teaches the way of the world and the art of living meaningfully on the earth. The writer tells us to be firm in our stand. It is his view that when others are defeated and they think us responsible for their defeat, we should care a fig for them. If somebody doubts our integrity, we should go on with our honest work and must not lose faith in ourselves. If we have the capacity to think, we should not make thoughts our aim. Have dreams, but do not be a slave of our dream. Do not get carried away by triumph and disaster only. Again, the writer tells us to maintain and practice our inner virtue. If we shall waste our time, time will waste us. If we shall utilize our time with great possibility to the best of our ability, we can be a man in the real sense of term. It shows simple faith and clear understanding about our living. But this novel has, on the one hand, simplicity and directness, but on the other hand, it gives us much more knowledge and power to survive our life.